the ball away.
When was it that you were a middle blocker, Louis Lett?
I watch a lot of volleyball, Key.
Yeah, there's certainly something to be said for using your body to your advantage and not trying to work against it, but also maybe he's trying to hide a little bit of something. Coming in straight with the body can sometimes be a weapon to disguise what he's trying to do.
It can, but I think you've got to be super high to be able to turn that ball.
Height trumps everything. Gotcha.
Height trumps everything. Height is angles in my book.
With the left hand, Anu James. There's got to be someone they don't like on the Mumbai bench. they keep aiming at, in that area.
They're trying to get Sonny Joseph to play a little bit of volleyball. I think his playing days are done, but he might throw in a little defense for funsies.
Again, how many times has that ball been inside for Delhi this evening when the ball's being set? That's just not the right position. He's having to chase it with the feet, especially as a left-hander. That ball's got to be probably not just a little bit inside, but another 2 meters. Here we go.
Interestingly as well, Janshad into the mix now, who wasn't setting before, but he was one of the go-tos last season. Got an SBI super point called.
Delhi will go again. Anu James this time makes amends, gives Delhi 2. A bit of a lifeline from Anu James for the Delhi Toofans. The deficit now down to 2. Are they storming back?
You see, that's where Anu James wants the ball. SBI super point. The ball gets right the way across his left shoulder this time, so then he can turn it back into the angle. Previously, the ball's dropping inside, he's having to chase it, and then he's losing all the room into the cross court. It's much better when the ball's across him. Yes, it's a slow ball, but that's why he can put the ball away, and that one is worth 2.
Shot set from Arvindan. Well done. We hardly ever talk about Arvindan. Done a good job here, very quietly. Very simple looking shot set there. And then a cool-headed finish for that Rupee contactless shot.
I love that he's using his middle there, but he's getting the balls that he wants. You talk about how he's kind of running this offense. Maybe that has to do with the fact that Mata's kind of taken half the court to himself, allowing the other 2 players to just cover that little bit of zone, way more opportunities and options.
I agree, and in the first set, I felt that the first pass was too far right to position 2. That pass more to the middle. Aravindan's starting to use the middle because he feels comfortable and the game's in front of him.
Daniel Aponza, the Colombian, leaps up like a gladiator and comes up with the finish, the number 23. That man.
Looks good.
Yep. Is the other Daniel that we're looking forward to seeing later tonight. Daniel Mortazedi.
There's a big fan of Daniel Mortazedi.
Oh, I love him.
Between us as well. I think we all love him, but I think there's no bigger fan than Key.
Or do I say there's no taller fan than Key?
Name a person that is not a fan of Daniel Mortazedi. He was one of the most bright spots of the league last season in terms of efficiency, also power, just bringing his all-around game, and I see that a little bit as well in this new middle.
Okay, Key. Pick one, Daniel Mortazedi or Daniel Craig?
Mortazedi. I don't think Daniel Craig's very tall.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You guys started this height debate.
Let's come back to volleyball. Shall we 13-12 to Mumbai? They are set up. This is here in the climax of the second set. The Mumbai Meteors. Well, Delhi have shown some spark, but they need a little bit of consistency. They need a longer passage of play where they dominate. Remember what happened with Mumbai around this time in the first set. They won 3 consecutive 2-point plays. And Mumbai need to make sure they don't lose their way. Saurabh Man there trying to overhit it.
We just spoke about Aravindan here, but this is a risky set in this play to go with the reverse. For me, I'd rather see the pipe play on the reverse. A little bit safer, still the same idea. Overcomplicated, the ball wasn't in the right zone.
For me, it was just a little bit low. I like the riskiness of it. I like using it because we haven't seen it yet this set to kind of go run behind the setter. But it was just a little bit too low and the block was all over it.
I agree. At this moment, for me, it's too risky, but you have to be brave, as we keep saying.
From a certain distance, and yet hits it well enough to get a touch off the block. That man thin and wiry, but very, very fiery. How does he generate that kind of power with that spike? Wow!
Well, let's have a look. You see his arms doing a lot of the work there, off the ball, really loading up. And you hear people saying that you must have your non-hitting arm up in the air when you're hitting the ball, but that's really done because of the domino effect of loading well, getting the arms back. And what a game this is.
A little bit of a pancake move there, aiming into the stadium.
Set point it was now they'll need a difference of 2. At 14 all, you need a gap of 2 to pocket the set. Mumbai, Delhi now locked at 14. Delhi have had a bit of luck as well and a few sparks. Hardeep now looking to give his team another set point. Here we go. Chance to spike. Oh, Daniel. Well done, Anand. Gives Delhi another chance, but they've got to push it over to the other side now. Where is this rally going? It's going Mumbai's way! Ahmed Gulia, you beauty!
Beautiful swing, excellent execution, but I'm liking the fact that Mata is running the show there. He steps in to take that free ball, and that's opening up the chance for this A2-3 super spike. The middle's hanging with the middle. Pretty much an open zone there on the outside. Perfect run of the offense. Mumbai have a little something to say about this second set, coming back from being down. Those set point. Oh, great save, Aponza, and the dance moves are back out. I think he's going to be one of the most fun players to watch this season.
Yeah, we saw Sandoval with a certain vibe like that, fiery, celebrating, dancing. Aponza, it's a really good set off the net to find it. The blocker's going to nowhere near that.
And did you look at how deep his approach is? He's basically coming from the back court. He's using all that rhythm and momentum to get that kind of swing. Still saved a little bit of the momentum for his serve as well.
I think that's just the adrenaline.
Yeah.
He's just made a big play, he's gone back. He's not a tough server, so he's somebody that the coaching staff would want to get their ball, get their serve in, especially at this moment. Not high risk, but adrenaline filled.
Is a float serve a safer serve in such moments, Key?
Yeah, definitely. There's less things that can go wrong. When it's a jump spin, it's more like an attack, so there's that comfort zone. But a float serve typically is one of the serves the coach is going to say, yeah, please put that in the court because it's not high risk.
Set point to Mumbai, they get it! They get the set point! And they go 2-0 up against the capital city. The Delhi Toofans have been silenced for the second time in a row. Well done, Mumbai. That is a meteor of a spike from someone who's been the hero. Shubham Chaudhary rocks it from zone 2. What a sizzler. Mumbai win this one 17-15, go 2-0 up. Back in just a bit with the third on the other side.
Welcome back to the Rupe Prime Volleyball League, and here are the standings so far. It's 2-0 Mumbai over Delhi, and it's been a pretty wild ride. I feel like Mumbai has done some comeback. We call them the comeback kids already. Had a little bit of help from the super points in the first set. In that second set, all them.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see how many errors. They've made more spikes, Delhi, but more errors as well. So consistency the key for Mumbai in certain situations, and they're allowing the opposition to make the errors. Here we go into set 3. Oh, what a start. Aponza's back at it. The 3-meter shoot damaging here, and I believe, Key, I'm going to say it, that Delhi are a better team than what we've seen, especially in set 2. And it's a Rupe contactless shot. Of course it is, because it's steep as you like.
Yeah, Aponza's going to be a huge part of this squad. Anytime you can get him available, because of his athleticism, he's finding angles and really making it count in terms of momentum shifting. That's just the first point, but you already feel that Delhi has a little advantage.
Yeah, you do indeed, but I feel that they just, I use the term stepping away in that second set. I think they were feeling good, but they got flustered with those couple of super points and then the super serve, and they never really got their mojo back in set 2. Let's see what they have in set 3, because I think we're going to see a better side of them. That's a great pipe attack again. If you can't hit 5 or 1, staying high is not a bad option off the middle blocker either.
Hardeep's been pretty good all match long. Doesn't get one there on that occasion, but I think he's been pretty stable, and that's one of the things I've seen from Mumbai is they're not as up and down. Delhi seems to have really huge moments and then make huge mistakes to go with it. So Mumbai just playing a little cleaner and a little calmer.
Yeah, errors have been a problem, haven't they? The attacking certainly not the issue for the newest club in the league, but back to the right-hand side. That's a high swing, there's 2 up though. And the middles are doing some real damage here.
It's not just Shivam, there's also Saurabh Man, the 2 S's. Yeah, man, I like it, man, as they say in the Caribbean.
Would they say that?
Yeah, man.
Well, you learn something new every day. Manish is a Rastafarian.
2 apiece in the third set. Oh, yes! Delhi want a lot more of that coming. Faiz completely blocked. In fact, it was Anu James, the lefty. Sorry about that. Anu James detonated that one.
This is the thing for Anu James. He hits his cross body really well, and you see all the blockers protecting one. If that was me knowing Anu James, I would be protecting the other way and leaving that away body swing without a block.
Yeah, he loves to come back across his body, that internal rotation is what we call it. But even against 3 blockers, he's finding an incredible angle there. We've seen a few too many serves in the net in this match for my liking. I think when we talk about aggressive serving, what we mean are the ones that go just out of bounds. They miss the line by a couple of points. If it's going in the bottom of the net, maybe if it clips the tape and goes down, but the bottom of the net, that's not aggressive. That's just a big error.
It's one of those, isn't it? Because last year we talked about service pressure, Torpedoes, the Thunderbolts, and then Dakshinamurti made a game around no errors at all and not serving the toughest, and they win the whole league.
That's a good point.
Thanks. But, I mean, there's no right or wrong with this, but if we look at high-level volleyball, service pressure is high, so I think as these teams start fitting into their shell, it's a Rupe contactless shot.
That swing's nice down the line as well. Avoiding the block is one of the toughest things to do, especially with these athletic players on the other side.
Anu James this time does not go for a sharp angle, goes straight backs himself. Let's talk about the positives for Delhi. I think the libero Anand has been sensational all evening long.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic as well, and he's so young. He also adds this little bit of spark in terms of energy. So you'll see him celebrating even harder than the players that are getting the spikes and the kills and the blocks. And that's what you want in your libero, as much as being solid in the past, also adding a little something in that energy.
Anu James is also firing up right now. Shantosh is very much in the game. They have the quality here, Benny. I really do think that in this game anyway. But that man has been nothing short of sensational. And he's carrying his price pretty well at the moment.
Hashtag sensational Shubham. That's what should trend. With another 8-2-3 super spike. Take a look at how he opens his right arm and splits that gap between the two blockers for that 8-2-3 super spike.
I would love to see the blockers just starting a little bit more inside and giving a little bit more of the line away.
He'd hit it though, that's the problem.
Yeah, well,
we've seen his range.
You would make him hit it at least.
He likes a little bit of both sides. I feel like we've seen extreme sharp from him. We've also seen down the line, and he's testing the block. So he hasn't really gone wrong in any of those areas.
But it would put the pressure on the setter to set it wide enough. I think that ball's just a little bit inside, make the read, and at least you're saying to the setter, okay, if you can set wide enough, you can take the line.
Yeah, that's always a good strategy as well. If you are scouting a team or a player, is to figure out what their specialty is. What is their favorite thing to do? Obviously, all these players at the high level can do a little bit of everything, but everyone's going to have their, their favorite thing to do. So if you force them to do the opposite of that, you're making it more difficult on them, even if they can.
As we were seeing about Anu James coming back cross-body, hitting the ball from left to right over his right shoulder.
Yeah.
I think that's something the teams will be picking up on as they watch.
Terrible reception there. Delhi need to be consistent, and that man, oh, they'll go again. Oh, Daniel tries to make amends. Overdoes it, overcooks it, overhits it.
I'm surprised that set came back towards Aponza because Janshot's in there trying to get that ball in the second set. Right here, he wants to go directly to his outside. He's saying, hey, there's going to be 0 block up on the outside attacker. But instead, it's another set, so that gives more time to the blockers.
It was a panic button pushed by Anu James there, as opposed to looking at the pipe to Shantosh and say, okay, you have a rip at it.
Anu James, this time I think he's got a touch off the block. Yes, he does.
Impressive at the moment, Anu James. I think that's 4 from his last 4.
Danshot gives him the width there as well, so if he had wanted to turn that back down again, he likes to go that internal route, but he's pushing up against the block. He's kind of seeing that it's there and just testing if it's strong or not.
Shubham Chaudhary has been blocked. Now that's a rarity. Aponza is pumped up.
Was that a little touchdown celebration from Aponza? I love that finish from him. He pushes his hand straight over. He's proving that you're going to test him. He's going to be there. So we're going to head into another Amul Pool technical timeout. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Rupee Prime Volleyball League. And there you are, Louis, or should I say Blobby, Nippon Paint.
It's my main
logo,
man over there.
Mascot.
I don't know if that hat would fit me though.
Oh, you look good. Those are your sunnies. It's your style.
No, I think it will because you lost a bit of weight.
Oh, thanks. You're too kind.
We've been hitting the gym every morning. Manish, where you been?
I've been prepping for commentary because I need prep. I need help.
Well, one of us is a professional then, apparently.
I've never seen one man go missing as quickly as when the gym gets mentioned. But when there's a doser on the table,
I'm there alongside you.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Masala dosa aficionado. Here we go. Bang goes Anu James. He's claiming a point. Did that land on the line or not?
Well, interesting moments halfway through the third set. It's now or never really for the Delhi Toofans. What they can't afford is too many errors. But again, these are the moments that will separate the teams this evening. And in those big moments so far, it's been Mumbai who have probably got that year of experience to lean on. The pass has gone. Shubham's there again. He is absolutely cooking here this evening. Shubham Chowdhury is a thorn in the side of Delhi here in Chennai. And again in the big moments, Delhi are not quite there. Look at Sonny Joseph right in the middle of it. He smells victory here, Keith.
Yeah, you called it. Shubham Chowdhury, 14 lakhs stolen from Kochi last season, but we didn't see the best of him, I feel. He's now fit, he's ready, he's really taking the team on his shoulders, and he's kind of sort of paving the way for a different looking Mumbai from last season.
Absolutely. I'm going to put you on the spot here, Keith.
Do it.
After all of the performances we've seen so far, how do these two teams compare to what we saw from Ahmedabad and Bengaluru? Because it's very early to make those calls, hence I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm interested to know your opinion.
If you were to take away all the missed serves that we've been subtly ignoring and talking over, I think once we get the stats on the numbers of balls that have just gone into the net, I think they're extremely competitive. However, you can't deny those unforced errors that have crept in on both these two teams. They would not fly if you're going up against Kolkata or Bengaluru or Ahmedabad.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that the setting so far from Muthusamy and was excellent last night, and the all-round balance of the Torpedoes is also very strong.
And that's the thing. The team that can sustain the high level is the team that's going to win. So we've seen highs and we've seen lows from every single team so far over the past couple of days. Some incredible performances individually and as a team. But there is a perfect example of why Delhi is struggling right now. They keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, but maybe as the season goes on, they're going to grow into this philosophy like we saw from the Torpedoes last year, where they went hard from the baseline, and eventually it came good for the likes of Setu and Abaluch and Ibin and all of those guys. So maybe it's just a bit of first night nerves, and actually they're going to grow into the shell, so to speak, as this season goes on with the service. We'll have to wait and see, but you can see what they're trying to do, see how they're trying to play. It's just a race against time in this league, as that pass is just a little bit off, but it's good enough to use the middle, but the play's too shifted to the left-hand side. For me, that ball had to come back right.
Yes and no. I'm calling that a perfect pass because it's so tight to the net. Just the athleticism of the middle blocker swinging there just wide, but nevertheless, another SBI super point called by Delhi.
They need it. It's going to be 11 apiece or 13-9 in favor of Mumbai. Chance for Delhi. Oh, well done by Anand. He keeps them in play, saves those 2 points. What a tantalizing rally this is. A 5 attack. 1 versus 3, and the 3 prevail for Delhi. Scores are level. You cannot go past that 3-man ball, can you?
Huge moment from Aponta there. I feel like he had some making up to do after that last point, but look at the 3-man block on that SBI super point. He has been impressive to me, not only in the offense, yes, a bit hot and cold with his angles, but in the block, every single time the ball comes in his zone, he is low and tight and strong with the shoulders. It's never going past him.
Can Delhi take this game, this match to the 4th set? Remember, it's a best of 5. We've seen a couple of hot and cold sets from Delhi. Boom, he goes, gets the point. It is Santosh once again. Uses his full spiking height, which is 355 centimeters, Santosh.
Unlucky there in the middle from Man. He got that first touch, but just falling off the net a little bit and couldn't control it. They always tell you as a middle blocker, if you don't know where the ball is, look up. He lost it, I think, in the crowd, in the clouds.
And I think Santosh, did a really good job of A, being aggressive on his approach, but B, taking on the block at the speed with his arm as well. He stayed very quick with it, and that definitely affects the middle blockers blocking, so to speak. It's a real interesting game, this, because that super point has just turned it around a little bit back into Delhi's favor, and that's why we really enjoy this spectacle.
The fans are in the building tonight as well. I'm seeing all that blue in the corner. We have another one. Mumbai calling for another super point, an SBI super point, in fact.
Gutsy move, because if this goes Delhi's way, the score will be 14-11 to Delhi. And that'll be 3 set points! Ooh, Mumbai win this point by the skin of their teeth. And they are now in the lead once again by 1.
Absolutely wild. Pressure in abundance for both teams. It wasn't pretty from Mumbai, but it got the job done. The first ball passed way off the net, but somehow through the block. And again, sometimes those variable plays are the most efficient ones.
If I'm a coach, I'm going to call a super point on every single set. It's just a strategy of when to use it. Find a moment in the match when it's the weak server or there's a weak rotation. I would say I'd call it at least once a set.
Oh, I would definitely be looking at the rotations and when to call them, but if I'm in a position of strength, I would think twice about giving up that momentum for sure. Well, back in comes Man, and we've seen some very good play from the number 12 so far, and there's changes all around. This is a double substitution, I think, here. He is Dodic and Saklin come back in.
Interesting move, because I liked bringing Janshad back into the mix. I think he did a better job of connecting with his hitters and in a more stable way.
Yep, but I think they've just kept 3 on the front court for the time being in these last few points, just to ensure that they have 3 attacking options on the front.
Saklin Tariq, the captain, the team's key setter, comes back on court with that serve. Mumbai have a chance to spike, and spike they do. Anand has kept it in play somehow. The third ball has to go. Oh, what a move! What a magical move that is! What a stylish way to score! Rupe on the go! Where did that come from?
This is all about the libero's touch here. Phenomenal. Really quick with his arms to get out and stop that attack. It's a one-on-one situation. Good volleyball, but it's got to be more communication off the free ball.
And I'm having a look here. The setter's moved out of the way. He said, it's free ball. I'm going to go get in my position. Correct move by him. The other 2 players have to cover that right back zone.
I thought Mumbai switched off before they should have. They thought it's going to be their point. It wasn't to be a set point for the Delhi Toofans. And they have it! We are going to set number 4.
Well, I am not surprised. Delhi looking way more comfortable in that 3rd set. Yes, Mumbai having the momentum sort of most of the way through that set, but exactly like you mentioned, perhaps switching off. Wait a minute, we're not done yet. We're looking for a net touch review here. Mumbai does not want to say that it's over.
Yeah, unsure. I think it is a bit of a last ditch attempt of changing their fortunes. Hang on, it's gone through. There's a touch.
There's a little, that's a chaotic looking block.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to look for here. Maybe this is going to give us a little bit of a better view. Hands get over. Okay, so it's off the hands. It's off the net. There's no net touch off the block. Does anyone go underneath
so
the net?
Moving, but I don't think it was caused. Oh, unless that knee right there at the end hit it.
Before the ball hits the floor.
It's hard to tell if the knee is hitting the net or if the net's just moving from being hit by the ball.
What this does show you that if you're Mumbai, you've got to be very unhappy with the cover here, especially off a tight set. You see one person covering key.
Yeah, that was the thing that kind of missed out on. I feel like Mumbai missed a couple of opportunities not covering their hitters.
Especially in a slow ball situation here or a tight ball, when you know the block's going to be in the game, you have to have your bodies around. And look here, there's 2 people standing straight-legged at the, on the other side of the court.
Just watching.
And where's everybody else? I mean, this is crazy, and Mumbai really have only got themselves to blame because that ball's got enough time on it to get somebody underneath it. And those are the small things in those slow ball situations, the tight ones. Again, look, nobody wanting to cover that.
Yeah, and those are the little things that when we talk about why David Lee is one of the best coaches in this league is because he's focusing on those small things. Having been a high-level player himself, he's forcing his team to make that level up and do that jump. The other teams having to do the same thing.
Well, there you have it, 2-1. Delhi Toofans have won their opening set in the Prime Volleyball League. We'll be back shortly. Well, it was a fantastic third set for the Delhi Toofans. They've won their first set in the Rupee Prime Volleyball League, the league's newest team. Let's have a look at the stats. Look at the spikes, 23, unforced errors 20, and that's the balance at the moment for them, and I think it worked in their favor eventually in set 3.
Yeah, they were taking a lot of risks, but again, that many unforced errors in just 3 sets, that's a huge number. They're gonna have to bring that down if they want to take this next set.
Are we gonna get a first 5-setter of season 3 of the Rupee Prime Volleyball League? My name is Manish Batavia with Key, Michael and Louis Lett alongside. What do Mumbai need to not do in this sport to seal the deal in 4?
Well, it just seemed to me like they switched off a little bit there in the third. The free ball falling in the setter zone or that non-coverage. So these are the little things that they need to keep paying attention to. They did them so well in the first 2 sets, but a volleyball match does not end after 2.
But these are the things that don't cost anything. They're all within your control. Setting up, being in the right position, covering your hitter. They're the things that you can do time after time if you're concentrating. It doesn't take anything from anybody else to control it. And I agree with Yuki. They really need to get to their position early and make sure, look, again, nobody's covering.
Anand sets it. Not for the first time in this match. Oh, what a delightful dumpling that was. I love it.
And we love you.
I don't think Sonny Joseph loves it quite as much as you do, but for me, you can see that coming a mile away. Yes, it's in retrospect, in hindsight, vision is 20/20, but his arm is up and straight and flat early, so nobody's coming in on that tip. Maybe no one's there on it, or they just weren't reacting.
Same as the cover ball. Too many straight legs out there, too much weight going backwards, as opposed to being in a good forward position, still watching the hitter. They're just taking their eye off, well, you don't really want to watch the ball, you want to be watching the hitter's approach and the ball at the same time, but they're taking their eyes off of it.
One eye on the hitter, one eye on the ball.
Don't do that literally. I can see you, Manish. I see your eyes.
Santosh with that spike and an opportunity, but they cannot close it. Amit Golia was just not in position to hit that spike, and the block had enough time to align itself to deny Mumbai a point. 3-2 to Delhi now.
Yeah, this is really poor for me. A slow arm, the line block set up perfectly. Manoj doing a sublime job. But again, the ball's off the net, the approach isn't wide enough, it's too slow coming in, and in turn, too many things in a row that aren't aggressive enough at the moment from Mumbai. And that's pressure. And this is a handling call that's gone against the setter here. Delhi really have their house in order again here. And we saw this in the opening set, that they looked like a strong side, and then they went away from it. And I feel like they're starting to play with renewed confidence.
Out of system. Mumbai with the roll shot, great pickup.
Great swing.
Delhi just looking so calm and collected right now. They have picked up that roll shot, super simple. There it is, and again, talking out of system. So the setter had to take the first ball. I think it's Aponza who does the setting there, but the communication just stepped up to a next level for Delhi.
Three-man block, high rip to the corner again, another shrewd swing, and you just saw Hardeep there, his reaction. That's telling us the whole story of how Mumbai are feeling. And for me, it's 5-2, and that's not a very big lead in this game. But look at the reactions here. They're just belting. It's ridiculous to see just the level go up and down.
Yeah, Mumbai crumbling under I don't know what pressure. That is such a poor reception there.
And it's interesting because it's right between Mata and one of his outside hitters. For me, if you're the libero in that situation, step in and take it. But that's a communication error right there between those two. Maybe they talked about it earlier, and who should have taken the ball? Well, here's a look at the league rules, the tournament format. It's going to be a single round robin followed by Super Fives and then the knockout matches in the round robin stage. 5 sets, 15 points each, of course, but again, the first two, 15, but if you don't win by 2, you got to keep going up till 21. That's the format of this tournament so far. And all year round.
We love it. We hope that you love it, because we have a fantastic time sat here. Best seat in the house, is it?
Yeah, it's
Second best.
Second best seats.
Okay.
Who has the best?
Yeah, who is the best?
The Rupe VIP box.
There it is.
Aponza. Awkward looking service reception there. Delhi looked a lot more switched on this time. Anu James deposits it in that bank. That gives them a 5-point lead. Delhi are in the mood to party on this Friday night.
For me, you just don't give Anu James any line on that side. You take the line away because he loves hitting over that right shoulder. And here he is. I hear special things about this young man coming in.
Ooh, Ajit Lal, the hydrogen boy is here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out. The number 8. I just hope he's at his fittest best. Because if he is, he will set the stage on fire, that man. With the mullet. Is that what it's called, mullet?
The man with the mullet.
We call him the hydrogen boy.
What do they call you?
They call me when they need some coffee. Anand once again with the set, but no. Have you ever seen a libero setting so many balls in a match? Anand's been so busy.
Yeah, well, that's the second role of a libero, and there's a lot. I mean, as a middle blocker, I kind of, you know, just drift over what the roles and responsibilities of a libero are because they're insignificant to an attacker or a blocker, but actually so many things to do. It's coverage, it's setting the second ball, it's defending, it's establishing the zones in the reception.
Shubham Chowdhury again proving that he's the man when things are not going to plan here, because he's just finding a high swing. Now, what they've been lacking is that aggressive intention when things are going against them. It's easy to be aggressive when things are going your way. It's tough when it's going against you.
Yeah, Shubham had gone quiet for a while. Oh, what a block!
He's back.
That is a monster block.
You're exactly right. He did go a little quiet. We weren't saying his name a few times, but have a look at that. And again, the Kong block, that is pretty much, that Cred super block is almost copy and paste from what we saw in the last set. Kong block Chowdhury, that's what I'm going to start calling him.
I suppose just the arrival, the presence of Ajit Lal on court has given him a message saying, I better wake up. There are other options on the bench.
Could be. Could be. There's always another option on the bench. That's the best way to play. If you're any high-level player, you're always playing, looking over your shoulder and expecting some young gun to come up and take your spot any moment. Well, so far, so good. A high-level volleyball, and there's lots more to come after this Amul Cool technical timeout.
Welcome back. We are in for an absolute humdinger of a climax. We're into the fourth set. The possibility of a fifth set looms large on this match between Delhi and Mumbai. The Delhi Toofans on debut started a bit gingerly, I thought, in the first two sets, and then they stormed back when Shubham Chowdhury went a bit quiet for Mumbai. We're into the fourth set. At the halfway mark! Wow! What a spike that is! From Shamimuddin.
Shamim has been extra quiet, so I like using him in this moment. He hasn't been heavily involved in the offense. Great turn as well. He sees one blocker in his way. He's going right back the other direction. He was one of the players I called out to watch in this match, but I'd like to see more. Oh, more of that too. Excellent ace serve, and the referee saying no, there was a touch on it, so it won't be called a super serve, only worth 1 point, but still, Shubham Chowdhury delivering in the moments.
Yeah, he's been excellent, isn't he? Didn't quite get full contact on that one, a little bit underneath it, but got the rub of the green off the top of the net. But on the right side, from the service line, he's come in very, very clutch at key times, and I think he had 3 or 4 games last year where he got into sort of 10, 11, 12 points. But he wasn't the go-to for Kochi, and it's making me wonder why, because he's been superb this evening.
Kochi will be in action a little later tonight. Anu James.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they keep it in play. Great start from both teams. A wave attack that went Mumbai's way. Delhi need to hold their nerve. Mumbai now starting to switch back on.
I need to see this again, because that was some excellent defense again by Mumbai, but what's going on here? That's a miscommunication, perhaps. I think the middle, expecting that not to go his way, got the free ball. That's the perfect opportunity. What's going on there?
I just think we're seeing Mumbai with a little bit more intention, and all of those intentions are paying off. A little bit more aggressive, they're diving for balls. We saw them just go out of that about 10 minutes or so ago, and now they seem to be playing with confidence, and things are clicking again for them. But that asks me the question again, they're all things you can control, so as a famous coach and famous player say, greatness isn't a switch.
Gotta keep it turned on.
Yeah.
Like your love life.
There's nothing to compare there.
Super point, that one. Here we go then. 9 apiece in the fourth. Mumbai now starting to show what they showed us in the first 2 sets. And that man, once again, at the heart of it.
Isn't it great when you have, we saw it last night with Heppenstall, just somebody that you can go to on the right side who's going to score for you. Just an outlet. That it doesn't matter where the pass is, you've got that safety ball. We saw it from Angamudu last year, and that's why he got the MVP award. Somebody that you can just lean on. And it's good that Chowdhury's been that this evening.
Mumbai have been helped a lot by their defense when they've done well. Anu James! Anu James absolutely rockets that one. That is a sizzler and a half. That is an asteroid from Anu, a Jaffa from James.
A Rupe contactless shot, but I have a question for Coach Sonny Joseph. Dashan Gowda now brought in lieu, of Mata. So what's that change all about, bringing in a new libero here late in the game?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure on the libero, isn't it? Oh, it's a great cover. Maybe that's exactly why he... Oh, and this is the other Mumbai. We're getting a bit of both, aren't we? We're getting them fired up, and we're getting them making sloppy errors. And talking of sloppy errors, that's an error in communication and organisation that they just cannot afford, the Delhi Toofans.
I think to your point earlier, how do these two teams compare with the rest of the league? We weren't seeing these kind of really rough around the edges errors out of any of the other teams yesterday. So I think they're getting away with it here against each other, but these are the kind of things that need to be cleaned up by the time they get to play the Kolkata, the Ahmedabad, etc.
I have to go out here and say that Ahmedabad and Bengaluru for me were a higher level at the moment from what we're seeing.
Pipe attack, well, deft, delicate touch, well done by Anand, keeps it in play with that pancake. What a bizarre rally that was. Topsy-turvy rally. There goes Delhi's way, 11 apiece now. Are we going to the 5th set?
The wheels started to come off on both sides a little bit, and this communication error, watch this right here. So that's a good ball in right to the center, and that goes a little bit wide, not really able to touch it. It's already over the net, it's hitting the antenna. These are the errors that are coming in because these teams just don't know each other that well, I'd say.
I think so, but also slow feet from the center to get around the ball, sort of just happy to be a little bit slow, and pressure's coming in, so those little technical things that are so important are very vulnerable.
Thunderbolts, the captain of Delhi, with that serve. Poor reception, and so Delhi will have a chance to spike. Anand with the first touch. Anu James has overhit it. He saw a lollipop coming his way and then just gobbled it.
What's happened here? He absolutely gobbled it, but the level has just been to a point so high for a period of time, and the last 4 points, nobody wants to go out on a whim and try and win it.
The problem for me with that set is it's the correct set to make. There's only one blocker out there, but it's dying inside so harshly that it's impossible to take a swing on it. It's so far inside.
Well, lots of numbers to look at from this game that's into the climax of the 4th, and you can get exclusive stats of the Rupe Prime Volleyball League 2024 on where else? Volleyball World, our international streaming partners. Thank you, VW. We love you.
Valentine's Day is gone, Manish. It's come and gone. It's too late to send roses and flowers and chocolates to Volleyball World.
Just send some love. Sakleen Tariq, the setter of the Delhi Toofans, the captain, has to wake up, and the Delhi Toofans have said, let's up the stakes to 2. They've called for an SBI super point. Mumbai slightly nervy. Anand once again. Sakleen with the set. Anu James. Oh, the block has ensured that Mumbai will recycle. And an attack. Oh! What a block! That is a monster block block and a half from that man, Daniel Aponza, the Colombian. That is a cracker.
That's phenomenal. SBI super point, but what we've seen is Manoj just go all in. Here you go. Have my chips. I'm going all in, and it came in for him. Unbelievable.
Gutsy move that paid off for Delhi. Falling for a super point at 11-12.
I wish my gutsy moves turned out that well.
Well, if you had a block like Aponza, you'd be calling that super point all day long. There it is again! He is incredible! His blocking prowess and presence at the net is one of the best I've seen in this entire league since yesterday.
And that super block, that correct super block, gives Delhi a chance that they've been waiting for a long, long time.
He's done incredibly well there because he's seen that the ball's off the net. He knows where the ball's going. It's given him a chance to release and to get out and form a really good block.
Anand once again. Well, he was there, but just too much spice on that spike for Anand to be able to recycle that ball. 14-13. Delhi still have a chance to take this one to set number 5. If the next point goes Delhi's way, we will go into the 5th set. Ajit Lal, the hydrogen boy, fit and back in the thick of things. Yet to see him spike one. Delhi, Mumbai now have a chance to level score. Oh, makes a mess of it. Saurabh makes an absolute mess of it. What happened there? A brain fade moment. And we are going to set number 5.
Oh, the heart breaks whenever a middle blocker steps in to set. Everybody is hoping, praying that he gets those hands on it. Just a little bit of sweaty fingers, I'd say. But we are going to 5 sets here. Don't go anywhere.
Well, it's lovely to have you with us here at the Rupe Prime at Volleyball League. We are going to a 5th and final set. It's been a fabulous game so far for the Mumbai Meteors and the Delhi Toofans, and there are the stats for us: 29 successful spikes to 20, but 10 more unforced errors. Key, that's going to be key going into the 5th set, whether the Toofans can continue their aggression while limiting their errors.
Yeah, there's a couple of things we've been really impressed with. One of them is the blocks, and most of them coming from Aponza. He's been super solid in that middle zone, but you're exactly right, Louis. How do they cut down on those errors? How do they force Mumbai to score a little bit more? That last set for me, scrappy, ugly, way too many unforced errors on both sides, really.
I agree. They let the occasion get the better of them, I think. The first game of the season, lots of pressure, and then the errors came with it. They have to try and control their side of the net and stay aggressive and stay brave in these later stages. Aponza's had a really good first game. I think if you're a Delhi fan, if you're part of the Delhi franchise, you're going to be delighted with your acquisition from outside.
Yeah, certainly. And I just wonder if we might see any of the other foreigners get in. And if Mata is not in, there's only one foreigner on court right now.
Yeah, which again I think is just highlighting the talent that are here in the Rupe Prime Volleyball League and the Indian talent that we have. I mean, there's some phenomenal players, and the likes of Anu James at the moment is really standing out for me, but also we've talked about Shubham and how impressive he's been on the right side. It's been a really good contest. We knew it was going to be close, and now this is the 5th and final set. Same rules apply, and well, interesting. To the outside the ball goes, and it's an error for Delhi, and that's exactly what we were speaking about, that aggressive nature, how it trades off with the errors in this final set, and it's an error to start with, blocking the cross court on the left-hander. A very, very good decision.
Ball called out, another cheeky point, a free one for Delhi.
Back-to-back errors, an error from both teams early on. Again, it's turning into a very cagey affair here.
Yeah, aggressive serving, but not able to control those. That one much better in the court, at least. But there again, another touch just gone completely wild. We're not seeing that control from Mumbai that we saw in the first couple sets.
This is absolutely wild all the way around. Trying to lift the ball, the first pass isn't there, so the setter's under pressure. It's not all the setter's fault there, but the control of the ball just needs to be straight up and down and give the hitter something to try and work towards.
Much better ball in. Swing way off the hands, and again, it's your boy doing all the damage. I think he likes to go straight into the block. We've seen him avoid it left, right, finding angles, but this time he's just going high and hard into the bottom of it. He's catching Aponza still on the way up, so he's using the timing to his advantage, which
really smart
a lot of attackers haven't been able to do against Aponza yet.
It's a game of chess, isn't it? You win the high battle, then you can go low, and it's a little bit of a to and fro in between hitter and setter at times. See a lot at world-class events, see a lot on the beach. You have your own draw against the blocker, then you can go to town around it.
Aponza with a good serve, again gets the ball off the net. That's a good start, and that's a much better serve. So from the perspective of aggression, that ball's not the best serve from Aponza, but what he does is he gets the team on the other side out of system. So at this point, at this stage in the match, my strategy would be force Mumbai to make those errors.
Yeah, at the moment, it's not going to be tough serving that wins this game. It's going to be whoever makes the least mistakes, which is very different to the games that we saw last night. But again, something that we have to be aware of. It's not always about sticking to your principles. It's about getting over the line. And at the moment, it's a bit scrappy, but Santosh is high again. And he had such a great season for Ahmedabad. I would like to have seen him set a little bit more, actually, this evening.
I like that swing from him as well. Again, using the timing of the block. So he's kind of in the air. He's hanging up there. Swings on the way down to try and catch that one blocker in front of him.
Well, missed serve. And that's okay, because Aponza's certainly done his hard work early on. A 2-point lead is nothing, as we know, and it's been a game that's been heavily decided on the super points. In every set, it seems like the super points certainly played its role to give momentum and confidence to the team, but both teams are riding that confidence wave a little bit too much for me.
Interestingly, as this is a fifth set, in traditional volleyball, the fifth set is what we call a sprint to 15. But we've had to sprint every single set so far, so nothing really changes in terms of that perspective for the players.
That's a good block. Everything's going into the angle. Block decides to go into the angle and makes it. Front court receiver's been served to the middle this time. It's a high slap. It's a good slap. And again, we talk about hitting ankles as the middle, but winning the high battle off the hands is also something that's very, very key. Delhi are doing this the hard way, but they're getting it done here, and they've come into the fifth set looking like they've got nothing to lose.
Which way is this one going? A nerve-wracking battle. First five-setter of season 3. Who would have thought the two newest teams of the league would give us this kind of contest? This goes to show how competitive this league is going to be. All 9 teams have some great strengths. Some fine young Indian players, lots of very good foreign talent as well. Shubham Chaudhary has been the star tonight for Mumbai. What a great serve. Anand has been very active too. Excellent stuff in the defense by Ajit Lal, the hydrogen boy. Train third touch, Anand with that first one. A set and then a spike that goes long.
I'm watching the reaction of Anand there. He's frustrated because he stepped in to take an absolute perfect free ball right there. Exactly where you want that ball to be, in between zone 2 and 3. The connection there in the set, but what's going on with that unforced error?
I agree, but also Manoj there on the side also was overly frustrated. But what they can't do is let frustration creep in either, because otherwise they go away from being aggressive. So at the same time, if too much frustration creeps in here, that's why you start riding these confidence waves, as I'm going to start calling them, because you're letting the emotion dictate how you're playing.
How good has Anand been for Yuki in this match? He's been so active, he's been so involved. Perhaps the busiest player on court tonight.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and that's the role of the libero. We talk about it, and you see how low he is on every single point. So he's playing into those little moments that we talked about that are so important, that go unseen sometimes. The coverage, the moving, the paying attention, the communication, all those things as a libero. Watch him on the right side of your screen. He's not even involved in that play, but he is really low and kind of locked in.
Moral of the story, it's not a tall man's sport only. Pipe attack, the block was there. Anand once again.
Oh, great set.
Gives it to Anu James. Great set, that one. Oh, Shamim got a bit too excited. Could not really time his jump well, and therefore no timing. The score 8-7 to Delhi. Let's head into an Amul Cool technical timeout. Back with the climax on the other side. Welcome back. A lovely crowd here at the Jawaharlal Nehru Indoor Stadium in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. A state, a city that takes so much pride in its sporting achievements. And two metro cities are in an exciting battle. This is a climax of the fifth and final set. It's the Mumbai Meteors versus the Delhi Toofans. It's still pretty much even Stevens. at the halfway mark in set number 5. It's 8 apiece. Which way is this going?
I think if Mumbai can keep their cool and continue using this man right here, Shubham Chowdhury, to his best of his ability, if they keep feeding him in the right moments, he's getting through and around blocks all day long. They cut down those errors. I think Mumbai's got a good chance. Speaking of errors, straight into the net.
Again, you just see the nerves and the body language changing all the time. Are they starting too far up? Is the footwork a bit slow there in the pass? But all in all, the service pressure isn't high, so I'd expect my passes not to try and midline that and be able to get back with the ball and create an angle. But when there's pressure, the feet move a little slower, the platform's a little bit more vulnerable, the hands of the setter are a little bit more sticky, and all of these things add up, and that's why those experienced players and those great players are so cool and calm under the pressure, and you haven't quite seen that this evening, and that for both teams will probably be a little bit of a worry.
Well, on that occasion, that sharp angle worked well for Anu James. He's been trying that all night long, all evening long.
Well, a quick change of the setter and you get a whole different look. Lane hasn't been in for a while. They've been switching around. Both teams actually have been using different setters, different liberos. Nothing has been set in stone from the beginning. Even Shubham Chowdhury had to earn his way onto court.
I mean, that's a great point, because both coaches are learning a lot about their teams, because there's been no practice games whatsoever. So it's like, okay, out you go, now you've got to go and swim.
Saurabh Mann on that occasion, still trying to make amends for the oops moment of that 4th set. That gave the opposition a chance to take this to 5. 10-9, it is very, very close. Anand. Boom, Daniel! That's how you thoom machao at the Rupe Prime Volleyball League. That's a thoom moment from Daniel.
A Rupe contactless shot from Aponza. Look at the change of the angle, and again, we keep calling his name in the offense, in the defense, even just in getting good touches on the block. His ability to kind of change the game has been really, really clear, which you don't often get from middles. I have to just put that out there, that middles often don't see that much ball. They're not involved in that many plays. They don't get that many sets, but to be a game-changing middle, that really says something.
But you've got to keep using him, especially with Santosh and Anu James on the outside. It's going to open them up, so he's a great weapon. Oh my days. Okay, he's going all in again, everyone. Chips are on the table.
The Daredevils from Delhi, they are going big. They've called for an SBI super point. Here's Delhi's chance. And they have it! Anu James, a gem of a player. In fact, it was Manoj. I keep seeing Anu James everywhere. Such has been his impact. What's happening? This is crazy.
I'm loving that set from Saklane. He opened things up because everyone's thinking the ball's going to Aponza there. I don't know if you were watching and thinking the same thing.
Great. Absolutely.
But to open it up behind is the correct choice.
Sonny Joseph says, all right, Mumbai are gutsy too. They've called for an SBI super point. This one is worth 2. And so, Delhi, if they win this super point, they will have 3 match points. If not, Mumbai will be back in the lead. It will be 13-12. Here we go. Daniel with the serve. Mumbai have a chance. Delhi now can spike. Not a bad set. And he's there. The rally continues. This is dramatic. Oh, Mumbai. Oh, Mumbai. They have kept themselves in the hut. Amit Gulia falls over. But before he does that, he gets the job done. This is drama.
Excellent SBI super point. You saw that defensive play from the libero, the fresh libero Darshan on court for Mumbai. And I mean, it looked as if he didn't have any legs left under him. Just rolls it to the deep corner, and now it's Delhi giving up that free point.
That was a phenomenal touch, but Mumbai got very lucky there to have that touch and to turn it around. That was a big call from Sonny, because a side out would have brought it back to 12-12. The game's in the balance, and he went all in when the game was still in the balance. And I think they just got a little bit lucky with that touch, but fair play for the bravery.
All right, let's go back and discuss again what exactly is the SBI Super Point. It is unique to this league. Basically, each team can call for it. Once a set, it has to be taken before they reach 11 points. And if they win it, they get 2 points. If their opponent wins it, that team gets 2 points. So it is really, really risky, but so, so exciting. And this is the twin, the Indian Oil Super Serve, which is basically any serve that touches the floor without contact from another player.
I'm going to throw it out there quickly now before we get to the end of the set. It shows us evening we haven't had a super serve. And that shows a difference in the service pressure in this game compared to what we had yesterday. We might have had one.
We had one in the first set, but you're exactly right. The service pressure has been taken way off between these two. The errors have crept in, but they haven't backed it up with those aces, exactly like you said, Lou.
This is, oh, what a time to make a change. Rohit comes off the bench. And this is some statement from Delhi as, well, he played for Kochi last year, 29 points in 6 games. And now he's come in to try and make his presence felt. To the outside, through the gap this time. Amit puts the ball away. There's maybe a question for a net touch, but that hasn't been given.
Match point for the Mumbai Meteors. Mumbai holding their nerve in the crunch moments. Anand did his darndest best to recycle that ball, but there was just too much spice on it. Shubham Chaudhary, who's been the star for Mumbai, especially in those first 2 sets, woke up in the 4th and now has a chance to seal the deal in the 5th.
Well, I thought it would have been absolutely perfect if he just finished that off with an ace, the cherry on top.
The head can't go down here because he's gone for his serve. That's, for me, what Italian League looks like, is what Champions League looks like. You go back at 14-13 and you go for your serve, and if not, you back yourself.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Confidence has to stay high.
Now, if Mumbai receive well, they will get a chance to spike first. That first pass is so crucial. Santosh, all set. Cannot afford a service error. Remember, you need a gap of 2 to win a set. Short set. Delhi in play. A nervous Relia. Ooh, once again. Once again. Shubham!
Oh, he's been called.
Yeah. He's called for a backcourt attack. So basically, his foot touched that white line when he contacted it. He's not allowed to do that. The coach dabbling with the idea of a review and all the players saying, no, we'll have a look at it again, though, because we get the slow motion. There it is, just that tiny little toe touch on the white line.
On my days, Sonny Joseph's seen it all in this league, hasn't he? Championship winning coach.
Well, here's a refresher of the tournament format. A single round robin is how it's going to go down. Then we got the Super 5s and the knockouts. The round robin stage are 5 sets. So best of 5 to 15 points each. That means you can have a 3-0, a 3-1, or a 3-2. And we're still going to 15 points, but you've got to win by 2. And that's what we're seeing here. This time last year at a 14-14, that point would have meant the end of the set.
Well, we know that Santosh has played in some big moments last season for Ahmedabad. Now at new club Delhi, he's looking to help orchestrate the perfect comeback. It's a soft serve on the front court receiver. Is there a touch off the block? Yes, there is. Well, we go again.
That means calm and cool. And again, the strategy there to hold the middle, there's basically just a 1.5 block out there, but the precision is what has been lacking a few times, but that's when it was important.
Again, the service pressure is softer, so it's a game of who makes errors, and if they do pass well, then you get into those situations. No way! No way!
Oh my days, a super serve.
What did we just witness in the 5th set? Scores level at 15 apiece, and that man comes up with an arrow that goes through the heart of the opposition's fans. An Indian Oil super serve to seal the deal for the Dream City. A dream finish. That should be heartbreaking for Delhi. Oh my God. This is what you call winning by the barest of margins. Mumbai prevail in the end. A cracker of a climax. The best we've had so far. Match number 3. Season 3 of the Rupee Prime Volleyball League is well and truly alive. What a finish. Well done, Mumbai.
in this league last season up against the debutants. This season, the Delhi Toofans, and it turned out to be an absolute classic, one that we will look back on throughout the season. Two teams that didn't want to give much away, but Shubham Chowdhury, who's just joined this team last year from Kochi, where he was used on the bench, for me an absolute weapon on the front court. Aponza making his first appearance on Indian soil, also a thorn in the side of the opposition all evening long. It was always going to be a game between two teams who were looking for their first win that was cagey, and at times the pressure took its toll with some frustrating plays for both coaches, but overall it went to the wire. Well, some of the defense is superb, some of the communication at times problematic, but overall it was an entertaining game. How this compares to last night, where we saw wins for the Ahmedabad defenders and also the Bengaluru Torpedoes, we'll have to wait and see where these two teams end towards the end of the season. But it's going to be joy with a super serve on the very last point. A wrinkle in this glorious league, they're worth two. Well, a game that had just about everything, but let's have a look at the errors first. Toofans made 33 to 26 from the Meteors, but the successful spikes, the difference in the end. They have balance all over the court, and in the end, that aggression for Mumbai Meteors from the service line was the difference, and they snuck it.
What a humdinger of an encounter. It just wasn't meant to be for the Delhi Toofans, and their dream debut couldn't happen and couldn't come to fruition because the Mumbai Meteors played spoil sport. They won the first two sets. The Delhi Toofans came back and you thought you could see a miracle, but it just wasn't meant to be. In the presentation party to my left, representing the Mumbai Meteors is Mr. Sameer Nigam, the owner of the team. Representing the Delhi Toofans is Mr. Alok Sanghi, the owner of the team. And representing Rupe is Mr. Shankaran, the general manager of City Union Bank. The first award is the Game Changer of the Match award. It'll be presented by Mr. Sameer Nigam, who is the owner of the Mumbai Meteors. And it goes to the man who served it on a platter right at the end, Amit Gulia. Truly the game changer of the match. Truly the one who gets all the plaudits, because he's the one who put in that Indian Oil super serve to win the encounter right at the end. He's walked across, not wanting to answer any questions. Maybe that's a tougher test for him. But next up is the Rupe Player of the Match award, the important one. This will be presented by Mr. Shankaran, the general manager of City Union Bank. And it goes to Shubham Chowdhury for his inspirational performance tonight in the Mumbai Meteors jersey. He's also awarded the Rupe on-the-go watch to experience hassle-free payments. That's not all. He also needs to sign the match ball for our esteemed guest. Plenty of duties, but they don't end. Shubham, एक दो सवाल. पहला मुकाबला था नई टीम के साथ, आप नए रंगों में आए, तो क्या कुछ दबाव था आपके कंधों पर?
सर थोड़ा बहुत तो प्रेशर होता ही है, और वो टीम भी बहुत अच्छी थी, नई टीम है, और हमको लग रहा था कि हम अच्छा खेलेंगे तो जीत जाएंगे.
और दो सेट जीतने के बाद जब दो सेट हारे, तो फिर क्या मानसिकता थी टीम में? क्या आपको लग रहा था कि ओह अब तो मुश्किल में पड़ गए हैं हम?
हाँ सर, एक बारी तो लगता है, क्योंकि 2 सेट विन हो गए थे और उसके बाद 2 सेट हार गए, तो एक बारी तो लगा था कि हार जाएंगे, लेकिन टीम ने बहुत अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूट किया और जीत गए.
चलिए, आपका प्रदर्शन तो बहुत ही अच्छा था, प्रेरणा साबित हुए थे. कंग्रेचुलेशंस आपको और आपकी टीम को भी. शुभम चौधरी, the Rupe player of the match today. What an inspirational performance by him as the Mumbai Meteors reach for the stars. And that's it from the presentation.
Well, thank you to Atish Shubham Chowdhury, deservedly so, the player of the match. has the ability to serve and put teams under pressure, has the height to cause chaos offensively for the opposition block, and then he just chips in with plays like those where he's reading the game incredibly well in the block. It was Shubham Chowdhury's evening, his first match in a Mumbai shirt, and it couldn't have gone any better. Well, the second game coming up, the Kerala derby between the Kochi Blue Spikers up against the Calicut Heroes, a game that thrilled us last year, and we have another big encounter coming this time around. And we leave you with the Nippon Paint moment of the day. And we're only halfway through. A second game coming up very, very shortly.